YouTube is the second largest website on the internet next to Google.com, with more than 1 billion hours of content being watched every day. Now, all shapes and sizes of businesses can take advantage through advertising on YouTube by creating video ad campaigns to show directly on YouTube where their potential customers are spending their attention. Hey guys, Stewart here, welcome back. I hope you're all having a productive day. Now today in this YouTube ads tutorial for beginners, I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process of setting up and creating a video ad campaign for YouTube using Google Ads. Okay, now before we go ahead and launch into this YouTube ads tutorial, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, or if you're new to this channel, and that way you'll stay updated with actionable videos and tutorials designed to equip you with the skills, knowledge and tools to help your small business thrive online. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and create your first video ad campaign on YouTube. Okay, so here we are inside our fresh Google Ads account. Now to create a video ad campaign for YouTube, you do need to sign up to Google Ads. And if you're a complete beginner and you've had zero experience with Google Ads, then I suggest you watch our Google Ads tutorial for beginners, which we'll link down below in our description to help you get started with Google Ads and to set up your account. Okay, so once you've created and signed into your Google Ads account, what we want to do is navigate over to campaigns on the left hand side. And under campaigns, you can see that we have 0 campaigns because this is a new account that we're going to use for the purpose of today's tutorial. Now to create your first video ad campaign for YouTube, what we want to do is navigate either over to new campaign in the middle over here, or we can navigate up to this blue plus and then select new campaign. And the first thing we need to do is select a goal that we want to achieve with this campaign. Now for the purpose of this tutorial, what we're going to do is create a campaign without a goals guidance. This is because we're going to guide you through the process of creating a specific campaign based on the goal that you want to achieve. So go ahead and click this option here. And then here what we want to do is select a campaign type. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to create a video ad campaign. So we're going to select video. And then up here under select a campaign subtype, what we want to do is keep custom video campaign selected. We want to customize our own settings with skippable in-stream ads, bumper ads, or in-feed video ads. This is the most common and effective campaign subtype. Then come down and click continue. Then navigate up to campaign name and simply name your campaign. And we're going to call this consulting video. Because what I'm going to do in this tutorial is create a video ad campaign with the purpose of driving bookings for our paid consultation service. Then below campaign name, what we want to do is select bidding strategy, and we want to make sure that maximum CPV is selected. This is the most appropriate bidding strategy for beginners. You can see that with maximum CPV, cost per view, you set the most you're willing to pay each time your ad is viewed. And this is the most appropriate and effective strategy for beginners because we don't know what our optimal cost per view is just yet. Then simply scroll down to budget and dates. Then up here, what we're going to do is change campaign total to daily. And then to begin with, we want to add a minimum of $5 spend per day. Now we find this is the best budget type and amount when you're creating your first video ad campaign. So we're starting off with $5 a day. You can always increase this at any stage during your campaign. And as you can see, we don't have an end date, and what we're doing is adding $5 is the max amount we want to spend per day. And like I mentioned, there is no end date, so we can go ahead and edit this if we like. Or if you realize that the campaign is not working or performing for you, then you can always pause the campaign or delete the campaign at any point. So again, we recommend starting your daily ad spend with $5 or $10. And again, you can change this at any point, and we're going to show you how to do this later on. Okay, so once you've set your budget and dates, what we want to do is scroll down and select networks. And what we want to do is turn off YouTube search results and turn off video partners on the display network. We just want our video ad to appear in YouTube videos, channel pages, and on the YouTube homepage. We find that this network placement performs the best for ads. Now, if it was a YouTube video and we just wanted to drive more subscribers and views, then yes, we would select YouTube search results. However, because this is an ad and we want to drive people to our website, we're just going to select YouTube videos. However, if you do want to maximize your reach, you can always select YouTube search results, and you can also select video partners on the display network. And video partners are different sites and apps that will display your video. Then simply scroll down to locations. And under locations, this is where you're going to target specific locations that you want your video ad to show. If we wanted to select other locations, what we would do is select enter another location. And maybe we're just targeting Australia and New Zealand. So what we would do is type in New Zealand and come down and select target New Zealand, the country. And then I'm also going to add Australia. And then navigate up here to Australia country and then click target. Now you also have the option to target regions, cities, different areas within different countries. So for example, if my business operated in specific geographical locations, like specific cities within Australia and New Zealand, then I could just target those specific cities that my business operates in. So you can be as broad or specific as you like. So I'm going to go ahead and click target Australia country, and you can see that I'm now targeting these two countries. Next, we want to scroll down to languages. Now, if you have specific languages in your video, or you're targeting specific audiences that speak different languages, you can go ahead and add those languages in here. And because I'm targeting English speaking viewers, what I'm going to do is just add English by clicking here and coming down and selecting English. And then once you've selected your languages, come down to content exclusions. What we want to do is select inventory type. Then under inventory type, you'll see these three options. Basically, this refers to the type of content that you feel is right for your brand. So we recommend keeping standard inventory selected. And down here, you can see some exclusions where your video will not show. For example, repeated strong profanity and these other examples down here. However, if your brand is not as sensitive and you just don't really care, then you can select expanded inventory. But we recommend keeping standard inventory selected. Then once you've done that, scroll down to excluded types and labels. Again, I would recommend keeping the excluded types and labels as the default option. Then simply scroll down and select related videos. Now this is basically where you can add videos that are going to be related to your video. Now I recommend only doing this if you're looking to drive your channel, so grow your subscriptions, grow your views. And this will help increase the engagement of your video. However, because with our video ad campaign, what we want to do is drive clicks. We want people to head over to our website and potentially book a consultation with us. So basically, think about this option if you're just looking to grow your brand, grow your presence on YouTube. And then come down to create your ad group. Now you need to think about your campaign structure as the campaign level, ad group level, and then the ad level. So there's 3 levels to creating your campaign. Here we have the second level, which is create your ad group. Now come down and name your ad group. And I've called this ad group name Video Australia plus New Zealand because this is the video that will be targeting Australia and New Zealand. Then come down to people. Who do you want to reach? Come down to demographics and click here. And this is where you can target the specific demographics. For example, gender, age, parental status, household income. Now, depending on the nature of your business, your brand, and what you're trying to achieve with your campaign, simply go ahead and unselect the demographics that are not relevant to what you have to offer. So for example, I'm going to remove the age of 18 to 24. And I'm also going to remove the 2 lower household incomes. This is because the paid consultation that I have to offer is relatively expensive and targets small business owners looking to get ahead with their marketing. So go ahead and take your time to define your demographics. Then scroll down to audience segments and click here. Now, if you're not too sure who your audience segments are, simply navigate over to Browse and come down and navigate through each of these options. For example, what their interests and habits are. So if I click here, I then get brought to these segments that I can select. Maybe I know that my audience in Australia and New Zealand are interested in news and politics. They also are interested in banking and finance. Then I can also go back and select who they are. I can come down to home ownership status and select homeowners, because I know based on experience that the majority of the business owners I work with own a home. And you can also go ahead and define your audience segments even further if you like. So what I could do is click search and then type in business. And you can see I have these options down here, starting a business soon. Yep, I want to select that option. Recently started a business, business creation, purchased a home. And then if we scroll down, we have other options down here. Home business ideas, business opportunities, creating a company, and I'll select one more for the purpose of this tutorial, business advice. And these are the audience that I want to target with my video ad. So once you have defined your audience segments, simply scroll down to content down here. And this is where we want to define where we want our ads to show. So come down to keywords, and this is where you can add keywords related to your business, brand, products, or services. Now for the purpose of this campaign, what we're doing is driving consultations. That's essentially what we want to do. We want people to see our video ad and click through to our website and ultimately book a consultation. So what we could do is come down to enter your product or service. So I could enter marketing service, and that's going to generate some keywords that I can use in my campaign that I want to target. So for example, if I wanted to add this keyword here, online marketing agency near me, I can click add, and I can go ahead and add multiple keywords that I want to target that are relevant to what my audience are interested in and what they are searching online. Okay, so once you've added search terms, keywords, search queries that your potential customers or audiences are typing in to find your products, your services that you have to offer, then simply scroll down the page to topics. And this is where you can select topics to show ads on content about specific subjects. So for example, what I would do is just click business and industrial. And then once you've selected topics that you believe are relevant to your products, your services, your business, and where you want your video ad to appear, simply scroll down and select placements. Now, depending on the nature of your video ad campaign, you can go ahead and select specific placements where you want your video ad to show. For example, if there were specific YouTube channels or YouTube videos or websites that you know your customers are visiting, you can go ahead and select those if you like, if you want to place your video ad on those websites or on those specific YouTube channels and videos. We're going to leave the placements unselected for the purpose of this tutorial. Now, under the maximum cost per view bid, what we want to do is add 15 cents. And this is the maximum amount we're willing to pay per view. So basically, when someone views our ad, we're going to pay a maximum of 15 cents. Now, this is relatively high because I know I operate in a highly competitive niche. However, what you can do is change this at any time. So what we're going to do is start that off at 15 cents, and we can always reduce that as the campaign starts generating data. Then once you've added your bidding, simply scroll down to create your video ad. This is where you want to add your YouTube video. So basically all you need to do is head over to your YouTube channel, find the video that you want to use and add the URL up here. Now if you haven't uploaded the video to YouTube yet, that's exactly what you want to do first. And for those that have not yet created a video and you're not too sure where to begin, then I recommend watching this video that I'll link down below in the description. That will take you to a beginner's tutorial guiding you through how to create video ads for your business. This beginner's tutorial will walk you through the simple step-by-step process of creating your own business videos within minutes. And then you can simply upload the video ad that you created using this video tutorial straight onto YouTube and to use for your video ad. Now, if you already have a YouTube channel with multiple videos, then I recommend you upload your video ad onto your YouTube channel as a unlisted video. And that way the data that you're generating through Google Ads through promotion isn't going to affect your organic analytics on your YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do now is copy and paste the video ad that we uploaded to YouTube. And remember, what we did is unlisted that video so it doesn't affect the rest of the analytics on our YouTube channel. And now what I'm going to do is simply paste that YouTube video ad into here. And then select the video ad format. We're going to select skippable in stream ad. And then we also have the option to select in feed video ad, but what we're going to do is keep skippable in stream ad selected. Now an example of this is when you're watching a video on YouTube, all of a sudden a ad will appear and it will only last 5 seconds before you can skip that ad. This is the most common video ad format that you will see on YouTube. And over here you can see a preview of what your video ad will look like on mobile. You can also select laptop and then desktop. And that is just a simple preview of how your ad will look from the viewer's perspective. Then simply navigate over to the final URL over here and add your website. Now for us, because we want the final URL to be our consultation page, what we're going to do is add our consultation page URL by right-clicking and coming down and clicking paste. And then come down and add a display URL. This is how your URL will appear on your ad. Now changing the display URL is important if your final URL is too long and you want to display a more attractive, shorter version. So what I'm going to do is actually keep my display URL the same as my final URL. Then come down and add a call to action. And this is basically the one call to action CTA that you will have on your ad that's going to entice people to click through to your final URL. We're simply going to add book now by clicking here and selecting book now, but you have access to these other options if you like. You can also come down and add a compelling headline. And basically, if you leave this blank, then your channel name, your YouTube channel name will remain up here. But if I come down and change this to ready to grow, you can see that that headline changes our channel name. Now, depending on the content that you have in your video ad, maybe you just want this to be your business name. Then simply scroll down, and it's recommended in terms of your banner to keep auto-generate using your channel banner. So this will basically just use your YouTube channel banner that you have on your channel, and this will only display on computers. However, you also have the option to upload an image if you like for your banner. And then come down and name your ad. So because this is our first ad for our first campaign and our first ad group, we're going to leave this as ad #1. And then when you're ready to launch your campaign, simply click Create Campaign. And then select Continue to Campaign. Now on our Google Ads dashboard, what we want to do is navigate over to Overview and then click on All Campaigns. Then come down to Campaigns, and this is where you can see your first campaign. Now to pause your campaign, all you need to do is navigate over here and click Edit and then click Pause. or you can remove that campaign if you like. What I'm going to do is pause this campaign because we just created this campaign as an example for this tutorial. And as you can see, this campaign is now paused, so none of the ads will be delivering. Now, like I mentioned before, you can edit and modify your campaigns when you please. So for example, if we navigate over to our campaign, consulting video, and within our campaign, like I mentioned, we have our ad group that we created down here. Now, if I click on our ad group, that's going to generate our one ad that we created. Now, let's say we wanted to change our max CPV. Remember, we set our cost per view at 15 cents. If we want to change that, all we need to do is navigate up here, click the pencil icon, come down and change that to, let's say, 10 cents. Now, I recommend that you play around with all your different settings once you start generating data, because then you'll identify if your CPV is too low or too high and if you need to change it. However, that is everything we wanted to cover in this YouTube ads tutorial for beginners. And there we have it, guys. That is it for today's brief tutorial, helping you get started with advertising on YouTube. Now, if you have any questions about this tutorial, make sure to pop them down below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this tutorial all the way through to the end. If you got value, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And that way I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.